Good morning, children. How are you? I hope all of you are fine. Children, welcome back to your previous online class. Did you write and study your previous work? Children, how is your study? Yes, did you write and study your previous work? I hope all of you are doing all the works given to you. Am I correct? Children? Yes. Children, may I ask some questions? Are ready? Yes. First one. Which are the planets closest to the sun? Which are the 4 planets closest to the sun? Who knows this answer? What is the answer? Yes. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars. What are they? Mercury, is the smallest planet in the solar system. Venus, brightest planet. Mars, red planet, and Earth. These 4 planets move relatively close to the sun. These 4 planets move relatively close to the sun. Second one. Which are the 4 planets far away from sun? Which are the 4 planets far from the sun? Yes. They are Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. What are they? Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Which is the largest planet in the solar system, children? Which is the largest planet in the solar system? Yes, Jupiter is the largest planet in the solar system. Then third one. What causes day and night? What causes day and night? Who knows this answer? What causes day and night? Do you remember that experiment? Yes. The rotation of Earth on its own axis causes day and night. What causes day and night? The rotation of Earth on its own axis causes day and night. Last one. Why do stars appear small? Why do stars appear small? Yes. Stars look small because they are far away from Earth. What students that answer? Yes. Stars look small because they are far from Earth. Okay, children, do you have any doubt? Or students can understand these answers? Can you study these answers, children? I hope all students study well these answers. Okay? Yes. Today we are going to discuss about constellations. What? Constellations. All students read that one. Yes, constellations. Once again, read loudly. Yes, constellations. Once again, constellations. Once again, constellations. Yes. Now we discuss about constellations. Some of the stars are found in a group. Some of the stars are found in a group. Some stars form a group. Means some of the stars are found in a group. A group of stars is called constellations. Constellations means a group of stars is called constellations. What is constellations? Yes, a group of stars is called constellations. one another. Constellations are very distinct from one another. Constellations form some interesting shapes and patterns. Okay? What is constellations? What should I say that answer? What is constellation? Say loudly. Yes, a group of stars is called constellations. Constellations means a group of stars. A group of stars is called constellations. Okay? Constellations form some interesting shapes and patterns. Some interesting shapes and patterns. These patterns have special names. These patterns have special names. Now we discuss about Great Bear or Saptarishi. Great Bear or Saptarishi. In the north we can see such a group of 7 stars is called Great Bear or Saptarishi. Bear or Saptarishi means in the north we can see such a group of 7 stars is called Great Bear or Saptarishi. Great Bear is another name of Saptarishi. What is Great Bear or Saptarishi? Yes, in the north we can see such a group of 7 stars is called Great Bear or Saptarishi. Where we can see Great Bear? Yes, in the north. In the north we can see such a group of 7 stars. Such a group of 7 stars is called Great Bear or Saptarishi. What students say? What is Great Bear or Saptarishi? What students say? Answer. What is Great Bear? What is Great Bear or Saptarishi? Yes, in the north we can see such a group of 7 stars is called Great Bear or Saptarishi. What students can understand about Great Bear or Saptarishi? Children, then I say about pole star. Pole star means there is a bright star. There is a bright star called pole star. There is a bright star called pole star. Pole star is a single bright star. Pole star is a single bright star located in the north near Great Bear. What is pole star? Yes, pole star is a single bright star located in the north near Great Bear. Near Great Bear. Okay? Pole star is a single bright star. Where they located? Yes, they located in the north near Great Bear. Near Great Bear. Now what is Great Bear? What is Great Bear? Yes. In the north we can see such group of 7 stars is called Great Bear. Pole star is a single bright star located in the north near Great Bear. In olden days, pole star helped the sailors to find the way to their destinations as it is always seen in the north. How was pole star helpful to the sailors? Children, how was pole star helpful to the sailors? Yes, to find the way to their destination. Gemini, Cancer and Hercules. Leo, Orion, Scorpio, Plug, Gemini, Cancer and Hercules. Gemini, Cancer and Hercules. Children, next we discuss about new chapter. Chapter 5. Chapter 5, Animals. What is the name of the new chapter? Yes, Animals. How wonderful is the world of animals? How wonderful is the world of animals? What a variety of animals we can see around us. What a variety of animals we see around us. Can you see different types of animals? Are all animals alike? Children, are all animals alike? No. They differ from one another in their size, locomotion, food habits, mode of feeding, mode of producing their young ones. Animals differ from one another in their size, food habits, locomotion, mode of feeding and producing their young ones. What is the meaning of producing their young ones? Yes, give birth to babies. Locomotion means ability to move and act of moving from one place to another place. Okay? First of all, we discuss about herbivores. Herbivores. Children, you observe a cow and a rabbit. Can you see? This is the picture of cow and a rabbit. Yes, what food they eat? What food they eat? Children? Yes, parrots, pigeon and myna eat fruits and grains. Parrots, pigeon, myna eat fruits and grains. They eat only fruits and grains. The birds and animals which feed on plants are called herbivores. What are called herbivores? Yes, the birds and animals which feed on plants are called herbivores. The birds and animals which feed on plants are called herbivores. Students, read this answer. What are called herbivores? Yes, the birds and animals which feed on plants are called herbivores. For example, yes, parrot, pigeon, myna, cow, rabbit, etc. Example for herbivores: buffalo, cow, horse, parrot, myna, pigeon, etc. Now what are called herbivores? What students can understand about what are called herbivores? Yes, the birds and animals which feed on plants are called herbivores. Okay, example for herbivores: buffalo, cow, rabbit, yes, birds, pigeons, mynas, yes, parrots, horse, etc. Okay, children, have you visited any zoo? Children, have you visited any zoo? Have you observed the lion or tiger? Have you observed the lion or tiger, girl? Have you visited any zoo? Yes. Have you observed tiger or lion in the? Yes. What do they eat? Do you observe what do they eat? Children, can you observe? What do they eat? Yes. They eat only flesh. Flesh eating animals are called carnivores. Flesh eating cheetah, eagle, vulture, etc. What are called carnivores? Yes, flesh-eating animals are called carnivores. Example for carnivores: yes, tiger, lion, cheetah, eagle, vulture, etc. Okay. Children, how are these animals adapted for their food habits? How are carnivores animals adapted for their food habits? Do you know? Yes. Carnivores will have sharp teeth and strong jaws. They cut and clear the flesh using their teeth. They can run fast. They can run fast and chase small animals. They can run fast and they chase small animals, catch them and eat their flesh. Catch them and eat their flesh. Carnivores have long, curved, pointed teeth for tearing flesh. What type of teeth? They have long, curved, pointed teeth. Carnivores will have long, curved, pointed teeth for tearing flesh. Tearing flesh. Flesh. Flesh means mamsam. Strong, grinding teeth for chewing flesh and crushing bones. Carnivores will have strong, grinding teeth for chewing flesh and crushing bones. What's the Malayalam meaning? Chewing. Yes, chewing flesh means chavatsu. Chewing flesh and crushing bones. Crushing bones means bones. Malayalam bones. Yes, ellugal. Crush cheyana. Ellugal pottikkan. Crushing bones. How will you identify a carnivore by observing its teeth? How will you identify a carnivore by observing its teeth? Answer is carnivores will have sharp teeth. Carnivores will have sharp teeth. They have long, curved, pointed teeth for tearing flesh. They have long, curved, pointed teeth for tearing flesh. They have strong, grinding teeth for chewing flesh and crushing bones. Once again I said, how will you identify a carnivore by observing its teeth? Oh, students, listen to me very carefully. How will you identify a carnivore by observing its teeth? Answer is carnivores will have sharp teeth. Oh, students, listen. Carnivores will have sharp teeth. They have long, curved, pointed teeth for tearing flesh. They have long, curved, pointed teeth for tearing flesh. They have strong, grinding teeth for chewing flesh and crushing bones. They have strong, grinding teeth for chewing flesh and crushing bones. Children, do you have any doubt? Children, do you have any doubt? No? Yes. Oh, students, take your notebook. Write your homework. Okay, are you ready? Yes, first one. Distinguish between great ear and gold star. Distinguish between great ear and gold star. The second one. What are called herbivores? What are called herbivores? Give examples. Then third one. What are called carnivores? Give examples. The last one. How will you identify a canvas? By observing its theme. Children, now I wind up this class. I hope you can understand this class. If you have any doubt, you can ask through WhatsApp. Do your work and send it to your classmates. We will be back with another previous online class. Thank you.